Next tonight, we turn to efforts being made to rehabilitate young offenders and direct them away from a life of crime. Inmates at Polmont Young Offenders Institution have been working with a charity to create a series of hard-hitting films that are being shown to others in secure care and potentially high schools to raise awareness of issues including child exploitation. STV's chief reporter Sharon Frew spoke to some of those trying to use their life experiences to help others.
When I was younger, I wanted to be in the police, but then I really wanted to be a footballer.
The lines may be performed by an actor, but the experiences played out on camera are real. After months of development work, it was finally time for a premiere with a difference inside Polmont. This film is Ryan's story.
He said I was the one he picked because I was smarter and I could be like him one day.
At 14, 15 years old, you think you're on top of the world. I was involved with gangs, and at the start, I was selling wee bits of drugs and doing runs for people. It escalated from there. I was holding money, weapons, and bigger amounts of drugs. It just got worse. Then I got mixed up with dangerous people. I got robbed and owed them money. It just kept escalating. Then it was too late.
Staff from the charity I Am Me say they arrived at the prison in March with a blank sheet of paper. They worked with groups of young men and women to develop scripts for a number of short films which explore issues including grooming and the tactics used by criminal gangs.
Real life voices are integrated in all of our resources. They add authenticity, but also they make it easier for individuals to connect.
And there's a lot of time to think when you're in a cell. You've got a lot of boys who haven't a clue about some of the subjects we talk about. It's because all they're trying to do is survive in the street. And to survive in the street, you've got to be in with the right type of gang, and you've got to try and get money whatever way you can. We find here that at the time they get to about 19, 20, they're on the cusp of starting going, wait a minute, this isn't a life. You know, there must be something better than this. What we find a lot is they will quite gladly open up to you, because a lot of the time, no one's asked them, how are you feeling?
Cole was good to me. Looked after me.
It was easy then to get away from everyone. Dealt with our friends, didn't understand.
Trapped exposes different levels of exploitation and tells the same story from two different perspectives. A young woman lured into crime as well as the perpetrator.
The gifts, the drink, the drugs. I needed to return the favour.
Everybody just wants to be a part of something, and I think if you've never had that, it's easy for people to reel you in. You don't know any other way. I think as I'm getting older and realising these things, I'm managing to deal with them better than what I would have when I was younger. I just wish I'd seen something like this beforehand, but as if it helps somebody else and stops them going through that. That's the main reason I wanted to do it, to try and get to these young lasses and boys. It's no all there is.
I stopped thinking about everything.
Those who took part say seeing their name in the credits was a proud moment. This is the first time groups in Polmont have been involved in a project like this. The lessons will form part of the prison's ongoing rehabilitation work.
The topics that we're talking about can be really sensitive. They can be quite harmful for some people, just having to think about their own experiences. So there's been safeguards in place within Polmont from the start, but within the resources we've captured that. Also at the end of each lesson there's links to the internal supports within Polmont, but also the external supports that young people can access.
How did I get here?
The films are to be shown in secure units and across the Scottish Prison Service. The resources may also be adapted for use in schools.
But I didn't think I would end up in here.
Prison changes you. You don't want to be in here for the rest of your life. I never had this kind of thing where somebody who had been in jail spoke to me about their experience. Maybe if I had, then it might have made me think twice. Just don't go down that road. You can do a lot more with your life.
If it helps one person, then it's done its job, innit? I think if I was hearing it from people that's been through it, that are sitting in prison or wherever because it's happened, I would think about it more than maybe a social worker reading it out of a book like I had when I was younger. If it's happened to somebody and they've managed to get out it's shown that there's always a way out, you're not stuck. There is people you can ask for help, there is people you can go to that and they just want to use you for whatever reason. The people do care that in the right places.
How can I get out? I'm trapped.